Welcome back, class. I'm Matt, your guide here on My Caliber. This is Still Waters, a Star Wars story. It's being narrated by our GM Smug. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buongiorno.
Welcome to the internet.
Thank you. It's my first time here.
I know, and maybe internet celebrity D. Davis will help show you around, because he's here.
The shitter's next to Yahoo. Take a left. That's Yahoo. Find the shitter.
Yeah, we call it Bing. So I gotta take a big stinky Bing.
Damn. Microsoft is not going to be happy with us
now. An awkward time to announce that YouTube has been purchased by Microsoft.
Oh no. And speaking of soft, we are joined by the... No, it just sounds wrong. I was going to say by the soft-spoken Steven Seagal. We get that sibilance in there, but now it just sounds like I'm insulting your manhood. I'm sorry, Steven.
Eternally flaccid, Steve.
Well, I appreciate the intention, if not the execution.
Oh, well.
Hello, everybody.
And you've already heard from Grimmeth. How you doing, Grimmeth?
Still writing that cease and desist.
Okay, I think this went a lot better than the last intro.
Debatable.
Yeah, that's great.
So why don't you remind us of all that we've accomplished throughout history, Smug?
Well, I mean, it all started about 3-4 years ago now when we first decided to do a tabletop game together.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want me to go that far back.
Maybe not tonight.
Oh.
You should go back even further and start with Gygax.
Yikes.
And save that for our after podcast.
So we were on Nar Shaddaa. The rest of the crew, besides Dr. Vec, returned to our vessel with a captured cab driver, walked on board, released the captain of the vessel that we dealt with in the first session, politely, and we spirited off to this station floating next to the very pretty gas giant. We've done a little bit of interrogation, enhanced speaking techniques, to deduce not a whole lot. We got some information about Nar Shaddaa. We're here looking for some Jagdon the Great. It's probably an internet handle, HoloNet handle, but who knows? That's what we're here for. Is it the Queen Space Station? I forget the name of it.
Quinn.
Okay.
Quinn.
Yep, that's pretty much it. You guys also spaced that poor guy as you came out of your hyper jump. And you guys were issued hangar number 78, I believe, if my memory from 10 minutes ago, a week ago,
That's
is
the one.
correct.
78.
78,
And
yep.
I just want to remind our viewers that guy gassed us and delivered us to a death trap. So
Yeah.
don't feel bad for him.
Did he really?
Yeah.
The 100%.
Or did you guys make the first mistake by choosing to mess with the voiceless diet?
God damn it.
Once he beheld the wonders of the Rancor's mating, there was no more life for him.
There's nowhere to go but out the airlock at that point.
Yeah, he went out for a walk. He'll probably show up again later.
Of course, yeah.
He's
Working
still
for
attached to our
Cerberus.
ship right now.
Exactly. Yep. That's a good plug-in for your Mass Effect 2 playthrough you're doing right now.
The one that I resumed after 2 years.
Yeah, that's good. He's back. Those mutton chops.
I'm the worst Let's Player in history.
Well, that's what the counts are for. Anyway, so you guys have docked. Congratulations.
Huzzah.
And we were going to do some tandem slicing action between OTP/best friends Jason and Watcher.
Oh, I was supposed to slice? Okay. Yeah, now I know what's going on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you and Watcher were going to do some co-slicing.
Oh, yeah, let's slice it up. What is our difficulty? What are we slicing?
I assume the steps are thus. You need to get access to the station systems, and then from there, using our Jagden the Great holomail address, attempt to track that back to his IP or his address or something, find his Comcast installation information, maybe find out where his Jagden the Great at idc.co.mothco HoloNet address came from and where it goes to.
Because we need a bit more than Jagdon the Great. And alternatively, we could go asking around the station, hey, that Jagdon, pretty great, huh? But this just ended up being the first idea that came up.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make some fake tweets that paint him in a bad light, so he gets mad, and we find out his Twitter, and then we're gonna send him a link, a DM link on his Twitter, and we're gonna get his address, and then we're gonna dox him.
Okay, so it's a phishing scam.
Yes, we're phishing.
Okay,
that's how Jason is going to handle this.
I'll leave you to it. I trust you, Jason.
All right, so it's probably going to be some kind of a computer's role.
Indeed.
But you've got to lure him into following you on Space Twitter first, so that might be charm?
Can we subtweet him?
We can subtweet anyone we want, man. That's the beauty of a subtweet. We can just be like, yeah, whatever, nerd. And no one will know who the nerd is, but someone will realize that they're the nerd.
We'll talk about him without actually adding him. He might be so vain enough to have like a search function on HoloNet for like looking for any instances of Jagdon the Great.
Oh man, he has a Google Watch.
And so there Jason is at getfuck666, speaking all kinds of bad words.
Yeah, that's the plan. What is that? Charm? Coercion?
Jesus Christ. Okay, all right. Let's take it from the top. So does he have a space? All right. First off, I need a name for Space Twitter.
Spitter.
What sound do Minox make?
Spitter it is. Ash also went with Spitter.
Nice.
I was going to say, if you're going to keep the O's, it would actually be Spoojle.
What? Google is not Twitter. Steve.
No, I love that. I love that name so much more. Welcome to Spoojle.
I'm okay with either.
I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna play a Minox sound for my listeners at home.
The latest Jizz album releases on Spoojle.
It was a really horrible sound. It's bad.
I bet.
Let's not go with that one. Otherwise, it would just be like Squealer.
Pretty sure I killed Grimmeth.
I love it so much.
I mean, it's up to you guys what you want to call it.
I'm fine with either. I just have my plan. I want to know how to enact it.
Just follow your heart.
Well, I mean, I'd like more of a ruling from the guy running the game, actually. Like, what do you want me to roll? Smug! Come on!
Well, how are you? Are you going with the slagging him off on the internet approach, or are you going to try to lure him in with his vanity and say that he's like a really thoughtful conspiracy theorist?
I'm going to troll hard.
I mean, you can always
antagonize him.
You can always do both. That's the beauty of Spoojle. You can. Just...
Oh yeah, I mean, Watcher could set up his own fake Spoojle account to like try and debate my Spoojle account.
You can set up some bots.
Yeah, we can do that.
This turned from an entertaining derailment to this is actually happening.
Look, we understand how computers work, Dr. Beck.
All right, so I guess you're gonna try to coerce him into following you back.
I'll try and coerce, and I'm guessing Watcher will try and charm.
All right, you
I
can
can
both
help.
go ahead and do that average difficulty for both of you.
Tem can help with the phrasing of the coercive spooges, if you want.
I don't think Dr. Vec gets in.
I feel like if Tem tries to help, it would be a setback.
You know what?
Guys.
Didn't need any help. It's fine.
Just because he's old and he doesn't understand the lingos for...
Puts on his bifocals.
Compliment his grammar. That'll win him over.
So, I mean, Jason's saying that he has, like, flat feet and buck teeth, and he's stupid and dumb and smells bad.
He's gonna try to use a Gamorrean, and he's like, "Yeah, thanks."
I like that thread of being like he actually ends up getting into a fight, like an argument, or like someone ends up trolling him back, and Jason's like, "Nuh-uh."
It's probably how this is gonna go eventually. So
meet me up behind the Arby's in 15 minutes for an ass kicking.
Oh Jesus! All right. So Watcher doesn't get anything back by playing nice guy, and discovers very rapidly that a lot of people kind of like to send complimentary spooge towards Jagdon the Great. And he never... I mean, you guys had a choice. You made your choice. And yeah, he never really responds to that, but whenever somebody calls him out, he's very quick to jump down his throat. So as you guys are like exiting the ship, getting it, any repairs, refueling, setup, refitting, Jason's phone, quote unquote, starts blowing up with all of Jagdon's followers, now starting to give Jason's account a ton of e-shit for the commentary.
Oh gosh. Is one of these one of the people in these e-shit storms, Jagdon himself?
And then probably a couple hours later, the magic happens. You receive a notification that Jagdon the Great is now following you. But the thread is that you're still getting inundated with spam.
Well, that's okay. I'm gonna set up a link for a phishing scheme using computers, and I'm gonna say, look, I'm gonna prove my point to you once and for all, Jagdon. Just click this, and you'll find yourself real elucidated about this garbage that we're arguing about.
Watch this 45-minute video refuting all your points.
So I'll computers it up to set up the trap, as they say.
All right, so everyone's at dinner at that point down in the big shopping promenade, and you're just typing away on your phone, setting up the website.
I
Go
will
ahead.
help him out with my thing, mostly just to give him a boost die.
Okay, go ahead.
Was that one?
A little weird that you're both tapping on the same phone, but hey, it's the future.
Just leaning over, like rests his chin on Jason's shoulder. Wouldn't it be better if you added this emoji?
Dr. Vec's drinking like a martini in a bar, wondering like when the fuck this is gonna resolve.
Tim's like, what the fuck is emoji?
Oh, we're back.
Tim has no idea what's going on right now.
Hold on, that one doesn't count. I didn't click off. That one also.
I mean, you're just
what's
you're just not clicking.
No, I actually did click off that time.
Oh dear.
Third time's a charm.
There we go. That
I
one.
like how you got the triumph every time. Too.
Yeah,
That's weird.
He rolled for the people at home. His first roll was 2 successes and a triumph, then a success, 4 advantages and a triumph, And finally, 3 successes, 3 threats, and a triumph.
Yeah, that is. Hmm. Also, I'm going to use the triumph to say that when he actually clicks the false link that'll give us his location information, he is also actually convinced by the video we've linked to him. Like, he's like, oh shit, I was wrong about that.
Oh, man.
Fuck. Can't believe it.
It's
Because
45
only
minutes.
a triumphant action would let that happen on the internet.
Seriously.
Hey.
So did you actually film like a really long video where you're refuting one of his like crown conspiracies?
I just looked up an argumentative video and injected what I needed to into it. Like, I can't just make videos happen like whole cloth. That's
So what does the 3 threats, like in the process of doing this amazing refutation, you end up giving out like your real life information, and so it's available in the video for all of his followers who now know who you really are?
He does actually have to go.
That would be a despair, buddy.
He does actually have to go and fight one of Jagged and the Great's followers behind the RV snap.
Yeah. So those 2 of the threats is that you while that's happening, you also unwittingly agree to meet someone behind the Sparbies in about 20 minutes. The other threat is that yes, he falls for the phishing link. You're able to trace back exactly what terminal inside the station he's currently using, or at least what little area of rooms it's happening in. But he also is tracing you back at the same time. Which, is not that big of a perk if you guys are about to go down there and stomp his face in.
Well,
Sure.
time to just destroy your phone.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's burned. It's not my real phone anyway. It's just
It's a burner data pad.
Mm-hmm.
So as
Provided
you're
by
no
the
doubt
Imperial
relaying your success, somebody at the table next to you guys gets up and starts cracking his knuckles, and his friends also get up, and they're talking about heading over to the Sparbies for the fight, and they leave the restaurant.
That was a weird coincidence.
Sure was.
This guy must have a lot of fans.
Dr. Vec looks over at Tim and says, "Actually, Tim, the odds of that being a coincidence are... You're joking, aren't you?"
Yeah, it was a joke.
Ah, right.
I bet
I
it was
appreciate
like
that.
0.67%.
Yeah, what are those odds? Give us those odds. Always tell me the odds, Dr. Vec.
I think they would be wasted in this conversation.
That's fair enough. So where is this guy? Jason?
Oh yeah, where is this guy, Jason?
So his inner Jason tells him that the guy is located down in the lower decks of the station, and it's pretty much got the actual little building that he is located in, or the rooms. It's all one big space building.
Okay.
Located in the little rooms down in the lower decks, says Jason, appropriately knowing where he's going. Not meaning to rhyme.
I'm just going to flip one of these light side points and say that access point is above the Sparbies.
Like he is directly above.
Yeah, he lives over a Sparbies.
All right, yes. Apparently so. There is a lower deck Sparbies down there.
It's the one we happen to be going to.
Yep,
The one
that's where
Jason
the
happens
fight
to be
was
going to.
agreed.
Huh.
Someone says out loud, "What are the odds?"
It's almost as if something's messing with us.
It's a good
Yeah.
series of coincidences. It's about a 2.12%.
A series of, not great events. We guess we should be heading down there, though. You all ready to go? You got your space knuckles and your,
I do have a question. If we're going there, there's going to be a lot of them, and I'm terrible at a fight. So basically, I'm worthless. So are we really intending on fighting them?
I don't know. Jason's the one who got in the Spooger fight with them. Spoogel, sorry.
I was intending on not going to Sparbies, but then fate intervened.
What can I say? I'm thinking Sparbies.
Dr. Vec laments, but we already just sat here and got something to eat.
I have a real fast metabolism.
So
That's impressive, you're right.
A Wookiee in a waiter's outfit sets down the bill and walks away.
How much is the bill there?
I don't know how like on a scale of 1 to 5, how classy do you guys eat?
Not classic.
Not
Like,
very.
a two.
We participated in that cup noodle back on Narshada. We don't eat.
Dr. Vec stylizes herself as a 4 on the scale of 1 to 5, but I think everyone else brings her down.
You guys
Something
are
like a
eating
2
at
for
the
Jason.
Sparbies on the promenade level right now.
Are we
And the
just
girls
touring
are gonna
every
fight.
Sparbies on the station? What's going on?
The group we were going to fight left this Sparbies to go to that.
To go to have a fight at another Sparbies.
We have the meats. It's Jawa. It's Jawa meat.
Apparently this Sparby serves alcohol, because it's already canon. I'm having a martini.
Oh, you need a martini to choke down a Jawa BBC. Come on,
I'd say that's
a big beef classic. A
a
big beef classic. Come on.
Okay,
Come
all
on.
right,
Come on,
okay.
Sparbies.
Okay.
Is that what BBC is? Okay.
Is it as big as my forehead?
That's what the Arby's calls it. Come on now.
All right, fair enough. I don't
Give
know
that
how to
horse
make
a
the
sauce.
cut, guys. That might end up on the cutting room floor.
I think they know what they're doing.
All right. Well, I would say that Tem, who's fairly frugal, got one of those deals where you buy one Nerf sandwich and you get a second Nerf sandwich free, and shared that with whoever wanted the second Nerf sandwich.
Did he then put the second sandwich in some napkins and then put it in his pocket for later?
If no one else wants it.
It was a fucking gift card.
Anyone want this Nerf sandwich before we go find Jagged in the Grate?
Shakes her head and finishing the rest of her alcohol.
All right. He packs it up in a napkin and puts it into his fanny pack. Save that for later. So where's the turbo lift down to the lower levels?
Wherever it is we find it, to undoubtedly head towards the Sparbies beneath where Jagdon the Great is.
Yeah, the lower Sparbies.
Why can't,
Lower Sparbies.
but we only know how to get there by going down to the Sparbies on the lower level.
All right, we do that.
Yes.
Yep. So you guys take the repulsor lift down. It's a very long one. A news report about things going on in the systems nearby starts playing.
Oh, damn it.
I get that.
It's like a really long ride.
For some reason, they start mentioning Krogans and saying, "I don't know what those are."
Beck starts complaining about elevator times again and wonders whether she should modify this one.
Oh, elevators in this game.
This is the second reluctant elevator we've been on.
You have to wonder. Are you setting something elaborate up down here, Schmuck?
I would never use the word elaborate for anything I set up.
Well, for a given value of elaborate.
All right, so you guys make your way down. It's a long ride, like I mentioned. It goes past the docks again, the hangar bays. I really should call them hangar bays. Down into the sub-levels. It lets you off at the level that you guys know you need to be at. And it's not as glamorous down here. It's much more utilitarian. There's no flashy lights or anything. It's just the lower levels, mostly for maintenance. But even maintenance workers got to eat, which is why you guys eventually find yourselves outside of the Sparbies on the lower deck.
So how many are there?
How many Sparbies are there?
No, people waiting to quote-unquote kick our ass.
Outside, there's about 25 people of assorted genders and species just kind of hanging out. And more kind of showing up by the moment.
It's Fred Durst from our old game.
I drag in like every token I've ever used.
Do any of you propose the possibility that this Sparbies down here in the lower level is far more popular than the one we just vacated?
I think it's more that Jason is popular in that they want to rearrange his face.
It's okay. They don't know who we are. Everyone's anonymous on the HoloNet.
Did anyone have access to your personal avatar, Jason?
No, I use the default. It's how you do it. Like you never, you never change it if you're gonna troll. It's trolling 101.
Good. I could how messy are we going to be getting here? Like, it looks her eyes over. I could disperse that crowd.
What you got in mind, Doctor?
I just wanted to check to see how messy we're going to be. That's all.
Preferably not messy.
Then my options are limited in nature. Loud? Quiet?
We could send a anonymous tip to the Imperials that the rebels are holding a meeting here.
Could you create another account to somehow notify them that you've been spotted elsewhere and they vacate this Sparbies?
Well, I mean, as long as I don't admit that I'm the guy, they should have no reason to believe that I am who I am.
Right. So where is the access point up to Jagdon? She looks around.
That's a good question, Doctor. Where do you think he goes in to get to his apartment on top of the Sparbies?
If I had some schematics of this, I could make a proper quick deduction.
I mean, we can also just look with our eyes.
That might look a little bit off. All these people have gathered to kick Jason and wreck him for everything that he's done, and here we are just scoping out the Sparbies. Almost seems like we're part of the problem.
I should ask, what is the spoojle handle that Jason used?
It's going to have been Iroquois Bliskin.
I get it.
Good.
Yeah, we get it.
Good, I'm glad.
So as you guys are discussing that, clearly a bounty hunter walks by you all, and he clearly knows what's going on. I can't wait for this Iroquois guy to show up and get his face smashed in. And they're all right, you guys right here. And he nudges Dr. Vec.
Dr. Vec swivels her head to look at the bounty hunter with one of those "did you just touch me, peasant" looks.
And the bounty hunter nods his head to confirm that yes, he did just do that.
Dr. Vec is not that great with social cues, So she like nods her head slowly, thinking that this is some sort of manner of greeting.
The bounty hunter starts nodding his head more quickly.
Dr. Vec decides to go along with the enthusiasm, though her head is much larger, so she doesn't nod it as vigorously.
Is she at risk of overbalancing if she nods too hard, like a toddler?
That's probably why she has an agility of 1. Like her coordination's a bit harder because of this extra head weight.
Just has to constantly balance her giant head.
So I'm tempted just to point at the bounty hunter now and shout, "Hey, it's that Iroquois guy."
Go for it.
You can do that. You can do anything you want.
I'm going to do that then.
Tem will back up like, "Oh my goodness, it is! It's Iroquois Pliskin from Spoojel."
Hey, what? No, I'm not Iroquois. I'm Bounty Hunter 69.
Of course he is.
I can't believe Iroquois Pliskin is here.
I'm pretty sure Bounty Hunter 69 is a legit YouTube commenter on my videos.
Probably.
If you are, let us know, Bounty Hunter 69.
Hey there, YouTube. This is Bounty Hunter 69 with the Pro Speedrun stats. Here on Still Waters, a Star Wars story.
Excuse me, Arf, it's your boy, Bounty.
Oh, God.
If you're liking what you see, just remember to smash that like button.
Hey, it's your boy Smug here.
Hit me up with a subscribe and comment.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment in the comment section below.
Follow me on Spoojel.
There's no Bounty Hunter 69 that's ever commented on one of my videos. Tragic.
Too bad.
All right, someone who watches this video, please make a fake account and comment on the video.
All right, so we're doing a deception check here, I assume.
Seems so.
Do any of you have deception points?
I have real good deception.
Okay.
Yeah, Watcher does.
You do that then.
Watcher started it.
You deceive the heck out of him.
What am I rolling, Smuggles?
And so you're trying to bamboozle an entire group of different individuals. We'll go ahead. Yeah, we'll go ahead and let's make it a hard check, 3 difficulty.
Now, am I able to provide assistance in the form of a boost? Is that the way that works, or is that?
Yeah. How are you helping?
I told you I backed him up and said, "Oh yeah, it is. It's Iroquois Pliskin from Spoojel."
Yeah, that sounds like a boost out of me.
Alrighty. Rolling. Just make sure I have everything.
My character's still engaging in this awkward, like, nodding, like, exchange.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 successes. So the crowd hears it, and the chatter just kind of picks up that group of 25 individuals that are all kind of waiting around outside. Kind of like a game of whispers begins, and like, oh, he's here, he's here. And the poor bounty hunter starts backpedaling with his hands up. He's even got his phone out. He's clearly showing what his login is, but at this point, everyone's starting to advance on him. He's no longer nodding.
Let's try and slip past in the confusion.
Let's do it. Let's get up there to that Jagden fella.
Perhaps if we had threats, Vec might have been, like, associated with them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with. He would have been like, nah, she's jagged on.
Jagged on? I'll handle being jagged on. Yeah.
I totally didn't just get my names wrong.
Watcher seems impressed with himself. Wow, I've never incited a mob before. That was fun.
It served its purpose. Come on, let's go.
Yep, so they all kind of amble off together, and then the chasing begins.
Benny Hill starts playing for some reason.
It's like a
Yakuza chase. And then there's some blaster fire in the distance. But that's not for you guys to worry about. They're all gone. There's now no weight inside these Sparbies.
Get 'em.
Now, do they have the same combo offer for the 2 Nerf sandwiches here, or is it like cheaper down here?
It is definitely cheaper down here.
I still have some space in my fanny pack.
Well, no one's going to judge you. I mean, people are going to judge you. You're going to be judged.
Captain, we're here to perform a mission, not to get more of these absurd, dilapidated sandwiches.
No, you're right. You're right. Let's find our way up to his quarters.
Yeah, those things don't look anything like the HoloNet commercials.
So,
we go in the front door.
Do you think the entrance to the apartment would be inside the Sparbies, or would it be like around back?
I think it would probably be around back of the Sparbies. You don't typically have an entrance to a residence inside like a franchise business.
Usually not. No.
Yeah, that's true. Usually it's the stairs at the back or something like that. We'll look around.
That's typically not how it's done.
Typically not. No.
Well, how many people live above a Sparbies?
Go. If you guys want, go ahead and roll your perceptions for me with average difficulty.
These are the biting questions.
At least one.
Oh, nice. I got a triumph.
Let's see. I don't think this is for movement or to detect hidden enemies. So no bush die here.
I didn't see shit.
Now Jason's got his eyes on the Sparbies.
My neck is still a little sore from all of the nodding.
Yeah, so you take a little bit of strain as a result. But everybody but Jason kind of like looks up as one, and there is like a set of blinds that kind of quiver as whoever was peeking between them is no longer doing so. Now, as for that triumph that Tim got, he's probably able to discern that there is a little ladder on the side of the building that leads up to a door that is just on the second floor. It is terrible construction, and chances are very much not legal.
I guess he must at least have jagged in the great upper body strength if he climbs a ladder every day. Tim sort of looks around expectantly at the rest of the crew.
Would that be a secondary entrance then? Or is that the primary one?
We can go with it being a secondary entrance.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
He needs a quick way to get down to Sparbies to get his meals.
Well, I don't mind walking up to the front and getting his attention. You can come around the back and shoot him, I suppose.
All right, well, Tim will get out his gun. So who's on which team? Who's on front team? Who's on back team?
Watcher's on front.
I guess I'll hang out with Watcher too. I mean, like, you know, we're the guys who basically.
I guess it is the OTP. It does make sense.
We're the guys who
Yeah,
smeared his reputation, and
yeah, like so. Dr. Vec is with Tim. Dr. Vec reaches out, and because she was told not to be too messy, she'll palm like a stun grenade in her hand.
All right.
I cannot actually move my tokens, so I can't move to the front.
No, we can't. We can't. We don't have the ability to move tokens.
I hate it when it does that. Yeah, only Tim can.
I can move Tim and Jason, but not Watcher or Vec.
We aren't real, Steve. I didn't think I'd be eternally flaccid too.
Oh.
No.
So which one's the front? The front must be the front here. This must be the front.
I'm gonna guess this is the back.
Why is
Here
that so hilarious?
Here on the side.
Mr. Giggles?
That's Dr. Giggles to you.
Okay.
You
fair
should
enough.
be able to move your guys now.
Yes.
I'm gonna make you all a little tinier too.
Is Jason getting a piggyback from Watcher there? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Yes.
Probably. Yep. Mhm.
All right, just checking. You know,
Guys,
for the non-existent fan artists at home.
One day, baby. One day. Yeah, so you guys have split your forces. How is this going to go down?
All right. Well, I want to, before we get up there, try looking into packages that get delivered to this facility. Just a general overview of what is delivered.
There's a lot of body pillows, I'm telling you right now.
I mean, that's fine.
So you're trying to, access his Spamazon account?
Yeah, his Benny account.
So are we adding sp in front of everything now?
Yes, yes, that is what's happening.
Okay.
I mean, it's that or Space Amazon.
Females.
No, Space Amazon is Endor.com.
But yeah, I'm going to attempt my valuable facts thing again.
Okay.
So it's a hard.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
It's an average check. And click. Much
Pretty
better
good.
roll.
It's a pretty good roll with your 4 successes and 2 threats there.
All right, so how are you doing this?
It's sort of a semi-slicing check, sort of. Well, it's basically looking into what has been delivered here through the various logs that have been logged through. When people drop off packages, they gotta, mark it and report back to their home place. So he's just looking to see what labels he can see. Nothing real deep, just labels. And he'll come across an interesting one.
Okay, what is the interesting one?
Oh, gosh. I'm trying to figure out what to call it. Okay, so Watcher finds something, nods to himself, and as he and Jason walk up to the door, he's going to knock real loud and say, "Sir, we're from Sporn Hub. We need to check something with you."
God damn it.
Watcher notably actually tries to make it a very, very feminine sounding voice. Because
Which is very fitting, because I always thought Watcher was a girl.
Well, that is his description, I guess. His dude looks like a lady.
Indeed. So there's no immediate response. You probably try a second time, but eventually you hear the sound of like a chair dragging back against metal flooring, and then somebody thumping over towards the door. And then a little view latch opens up, and there is the man himself, jagged on the grate. He's a human looks to be in about his 40s. He's got some gray in the wings, and he doesn't look exactly happy that this has happened. And he immediately begins protesting. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a Sporn Hub account. What are you talking about?
Of course you do. Silly, you've been clicking so many times. We have a total number of clicks here. That's, 300 clicks. My gosh.
Again, I think you might have the wrong number. Maybe it's my neighbors who are doing that. Maybe they're using my Wi-Fi account.
No.
Yeah.
Says right here that your user profiles showed up on our website several times. We just have a couple quick questions. That's all we really want to talk to you about.
What questions?
Well, if you want to talk about it in the hallway.
This is happening. Oops. The baby's getting ready for bed, so he's kind of happy. While this is happening, Tim is going to...
sleeping!
Yeah, Tim's going to try and climb up the ladder.
I also get happy.
Yeah, I know, me too. Try and climb up that ladder while Jagdon is distracted at the door.
All right, I'm going to have you roll coordination. No, I'm not going to have you roll coordination.
I mean, it would be fair. Tim is
Would be, wouldn't it? All right, go ahead.
He's not in the best shape of his life. Okay, what do you want me to roll it against then?
Go ahead. It'll be average difficulty, and it's up to you whether his age results in a setback die. Probably not.
Again, I have that coordination thing, so
there you go.
That went really well with 2 threats.
So you're climbing it, but you're not climbing it as quietly as you'd probably prefer to be. There is a little bit of clanging. The ladder itself is not super secure the higher up you get. So there is this moment where it starts to lean back, and Tim has a moment of mild panic at the thought of falling down on the dirty floor next to a Sparbies, and kind of overcorrects and not hugely, but audibly clangs the ladder back against the wall.
Criff.
Meanwhile, he probably hears that, doesn't he?
Yeah, so Jagdon kind of turns his head towards where the sound came from.
It's at this point that Watcher is going to say, well, if you really want to talk about it in the hallway, we need to talk about your search terms, and he starts rattling off really embarrassing ones. And they're accurate, too, because valuable facts.
Yeah, so Jagdon's head kind of snaps back around as the list starts, and the color starts to drain from his face.
Should I roll a deception?
Boy, is it a deception, though? Because you've got the actual info, right?
You're trying to fast talk.
These are the real terms.
That doesn't sound like deception. Like, what would be used to, like, fast talk him to make him forget about, like, the noises he just heard?
Yeah, charm, I guess? Or, I don't know.
And do you even really need to roll with such a strong narrative hook?
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary. So his attention does come back to the 2 individuals in the hall. He kind of looks at Jason for help, oddly enough.
I'm with the Sporn Hub as well. What are you looking at me for, buddy? You're the one who looked it up.
I mean, yeah, God, I don't want to talk about this in the hall. No one can know what I search for, what Jagdon the Great searches for. Oh shit, I shouldn't have said my username. I mean, all right, you guys can come inside. Just please stop talking.
Okay.
So he opens the door.
Yep, he starts fumbling with the locks, of which there are many, judging by the sounds. And then eventually the door just whooshes open. It's a vertical split.
Okay. Well, with a glance towards where Tem would be coming in, do we see Tem?
Well, there is a door there. It's not a great door, but it is a door. So chances are he's probably on the other side of it by now. I'm guessing Dr. Vec has a great view.
Looking right up his butt skirt.
He does so many squats on the ship.
She's not looking up.
Tem never skips leg day.
Well, she's already familiar with his body, having, healed him and recommended numerous changes and resetting his back.
And she knows to be like 4 rungs down, otherwise her head would probably be touching him.
She also doesn't really care that much. That's not what she's into. He would have to be modified first.
In any case,
that'd be a weird modification. Got a robot ass.
You better try.
So with the door open, Jagdon kind of like backpedals and he bumps into the table that's in the middle of the room. It's very Spartan inside. And I mean, it's little more than a studio apartment kind of a setup. Everything is just kind of there. There is a shower and there is a little closet. That's about it. He's got his computer off to one side on the wall. It'll be the opposite entrance that Tim will be making. And then there's just kind of like just a table in the middle with a whole lot of Sparbies bags and cartons just strewn about the inside.
Aw, Watcher says. I always feel bad about us having to cancel your account.
Whoa. Let's not be hasty here. Why do you gotta cancel my account?
Well,
and he's turning to Watcher as she advances into the apartment.
Well, it's just the content that we keep needs to. At this point, Watcher is kind of clueless because he doesn't use this place.
Tim's trying the door right now. Is the door locked? Or is it
I feel like it should be.
Okay. Should I? Is it, what kind of door is it? Is it the kind of door I can burst through?
Yes, it is a pretty flimsy door. It's not. It is a literal door that would normally swing open. So
Okay.
he has probably obtained some kind of plastic siding, and he has kind of attached it to hinges.
Okay. So I'll attempt to burst through the door. I guess that would be what, athletics?
Would
I
that
believe
be
you mean
athletics?
spathletics.
No, that doesn't work that way, D. Davis.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Because like I'd have to be holding on to
Yeah.
one side of the
Yeah,
door
yeah.
to like slam through it like that.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll make it athletics. It'll be average difficulty for you.
I mean, I could brawl the door.
I mean, if you want to.
Tim smash.
Are you trying to kick it in, or are you trying to bodily throw yourself through it?
Ideally kick, but I'm at the top of a ladder, so I might have to like punch through it or shoulder through it. Yeah, it's fine. I'll brawl the door. What's the difficulty there?
Let's see. So you are engaged with the door.
Uh-huh.
So that would be 2 purple
Okay.
average.
Now, Tim does have a lot of experience breaching doors. You know, especially from
Yeah.
precarious positions, like that one time.
Oh, a lot of ladders in his past.
Absolutely. You know,
All right,
ladders.
that sounds like a boost day.
Anacondans. So, you know, sometimes you
Wow.
have to climb up the ladders and then slide down the anacondans to get to your objective.
That's pretty crazy.
All right, so let's put a boost die in there. Yeah, it didn't matter. I rolled a perfect wash with nothing on my boost die.
Yes, indeed. So essentially a failure. So Tim kinda,
knocks on the door.
yeah, that kind of is what the net result is. And at that point, Jagdon turns around.
I like that. I like this image. Like, we're from SpreadTube.
Oh, that's even worse.
At this point, Jason is going to go over to the window door where they're at and open it because I don't think we have to continue the ruse any longer, guys. We're in.
All right. So Tim, roll your coordination for me.
Okay.
Because there's a door coming out open right into you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Nice.
Yeah, no problems there.
I got
Did
2
not get
successes and an advantage. So like the door opens and I go to the side and then like swing back in very dramatically. So like I do like a little bit of a pirouette slightly, and when I come to rest, my gun is out and pointing at the guy. It looks
that
real
point-
cool.
No doubt it does. And Jagdon's surprise escalates as demonstrated by his eyebrows lifting very close to his receding hairline. He takes 2 steps back. He kind of trips on his own feet and goes right down onto his back. Whoa, what's going on? What's going on?
We're messing with the voiceless diathym.
And at that point, his eyebrows disappear.
Wow.
He took his eyebrows right off.
Right off, yeah.
Timeless.
Yep.
Watcher's gonna pull out his gun, even though it's far less impressive than Thames, and just walk over and close the door again.
And so the door closes on Jagdon the Great's face as his eyebrows slowly return into view.
We really do have questions for you, but they really have nothing to do with your very embarrassing search terms. I guess they might, though. Rancors, really?
Well, what? I don't like to watch Rancors doing it. That's crazy talk.
No, of course, just the sounds. I mean, you can talk to Vec. Never mind.
So Jagdon kind of crawls backwards and puts his back against the pillar that's over there. It's no doubt a load-bearing pillar. Who are you guys?
I don't actually know what our unit is called.
That's not important.
Oh, we're the not importance.
Well, I don't know if anyone's ever told you guys, but you really shouldn't mess with the
I don't want to
voices.
hear it.
I literally shoot him in the leg.
Yeah! And he clutches at his leg, which now has a delightful smell emanating from it.
Yeah, don't say that anymore. I will continue to shoot off Flint. Oh, the other leg's gonna go if you say it.
That hurts. That hurts. Oh, God, that hurts.
We know you've been collecting their live samples and passing them on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I shoot again, but this time between his legs.
So he definitely kind of hops backwards, even though he doesn't really have anywhere to go. And his hands kind of come up pleadingly towards Watcher. Whoa! No need for that. No need for that. We're all businessmen here. I feel as I look at all of you, you're not businessmen, are you?
We're in a business, but you don't need to know which one. It's probably in your best interest to tell us everything you know before Watcher adjusts his aim.
I tend to aim high.
Should I make a coercion check on that or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's definitely with a boost, though, with me, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. So you're gonna be rolling. You're gonna be rolling against 1 red and 1 purple. It's an opposed roll.
Ooh.
Wow, that was quite a roll. 3 blank die and a success in total.
My boost came in handy.
It did. The boost helped.
Yep, without that boost, that definitely would have been a wash. So faced with this particularly motley crew of individuals, Jagdon the Great, particularly as he's watching where Watcher is aiming, audibly gulps. All right, maybe we can make a deal. I'll tell you what I know, but look, we don't warn for no reason. You don't want to be crossing this group. I didn't say it. Don't shoot.
Good.
It should be clear by now that we're not a group to be crossed either. We'll take
I
our
gotta
chances.
wonder about that. I mean, you got this thing over here, and he cocks a thumb at Watcher. You got two brains back there. That guy's missing an eye, and you look like you're about due for retirement.
I was 2 days away from retirement before they called me in on this job.
Oh, who called you back in?
None of your business.
I mean, I'm asking.
Yeah, and I just gave you an answer.
Can we hurry up to the deal portion of this?
Yeah, all right. I mean, what? You wanna cut the head off the snake? Is that what this is?
Yeah, whatever names and locations you got.
Yeah, I got a name for you guys. But you know what the condition is.
Is it that we don't shoot you to death?
Yeah, that's correct. That is exactly the condition.
All right.
Well, how about this there, one brain? Dr. Vex says, like standing in the doorway. The alternative could be that we just kill you, and that a fine team of slicers, and she points over at the computer, deduce all the information that you know anyway.
I mean, yeah, that'd take time. I mean, I got so many fail safes. I got so many trick programs.
So many fail safes that you opened your door and let us in so easily because of, what did you call that, Watcher?
Spornhub. I don't know what it is. I just kind of made stuff up.
Pornhub. Sounds highly secure.
So Jagdon gulps again. He's starting to sweat as well. I know I shouldn't have got involved with this, but there's certain promises you can't go back on. I'll tell you what you want to know. That way, I'd prefer it, in fact, if you didn't go through my computer.
I mean, I already know what's on it anyway.
How? How did you get past my encryption?
Well, I don't mean all of that.
Remember that video you watched earlier?
What, that guy that tried to call me out? He didn't even show up for the fight. I saw him running away.
Nah, he didn't.
What?
I'm Iroquois Pliskin.
You're Iroquois Pliskin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's
You
him.
suck at this.
He starts getting red in the face.
I mean, she wasn't kidding about the whole team of slicers thing. We could tear that computer apart pretty good.
Away from my computer.
Dr. Vex looks over and says, do you have an attachment to the machine?
It's there's a lot of sensitive material in there. Look,
Good.
This is my deal.
Dr. Vex puts down her stun grenade, and she takes out her assortment of proton grenades.
Oh, dear.
Let me tell you exactly what these can do. And begins to rattle off in an abridged version how this could just take out not only the computer, but the entire Sparbies.
Damn.
Yeah, so his eyebrows begin ascending again with each new device that is pulled out, and when the Sparbies is finally threatened, the eyebrows disappear.
The 2-for-1 Nerf sandwich deal is just too good.
Tim feels a pang of sympathy.
So it's almost as if we could get all the information we wanted from this machine, and then erase any trace of you even being here. Great Jack Dawn.
It's Jack the Great.
He doesn't look that great.
He really doesn't.
He's not that great. Why are we whispering?
Never mind.
I am Jack Dawn the Great. I'm the greatest. Oh my God. Oh God. How did I get into this situation?
Look, just start talking, and it will save you a lot of pain and embarrassment.
It'll save you some embarrassment.
Some embarrassment.
But probably not the computer.
He looks quite pained at the prospect of losing whatever is on that machine, but of course, the greater thing is that he remains alive to continue his web of conspiracies. So he definitely is conflicted, but ultimately begins to look defeated. All right, I'll give you the name of who you need to go talk to. He's the head scientist of this whole thing.
Yeah. What's
His
the name?
name is Natet.
Natet.
And that is the same name as the woman that you left behind on Nar Shaddaa.
Amseth Natet, by any chance?
That's his wife. You want Natet.
Brew?
I don't know what his real name is. We just call him Natet.
Right. We're familiar.
So that's who you need to go see down at Loading Bay 62. He'll give you all the answers you need.
Amseth, Natet. I'm not even gonna roll to see that. Vex starts laughing. She politely puts a hand that's not holding a proton charge over her mouth. Oh my. Early sight.
I don't get it, but are we done with him?
Looks that way.
Okay.
All right, so I'm free to go, right?
Sounds awfully not accurate to me. There's no reasonable way that she could be the head of anything in any form of capacity.
There's no reasonable way I could have been from that Spawn Hub place, but he'd let me in anyway.
Well, we're just gonna take a few precautions to ensure that you're not contacting anybody. I'm letting them know in advance that we're on our way down there, so...
on that note, Watcher will switch his pistol to stun and just shoot him. Right in the face.
Dang. Savage.
It's at least on stun.
So the stun bolt just kind of goes woo, 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 right into his face. He spasms and then kind of slumps over.
Yeah, good, great. Maybe we can bind him to something in the refresher over here.
Sure, you can take care of that. Vec and I will hack this computer here. Slice it.
Tim will start hauling him over into the shower and finding somewhere to bind him.
Vec looks over at Jason wanting to pass off the whole slice thing, but he's so far across the room. She's
Honestly, with 6 intelligence, you'd be able to beat either one of us, even with 2 skill points.
Yes, but she likes to see her computer's knowledge more for cybernetic things rather than just playing with machine this computer. Besides, so long as Watcher's the one who touches the machine.
That'll do.
Tim will check through Jagden's, whole deal to see if he's got anything useful or anything that might help him escape, or any comms or anything that he could use to call for help.
Yeah, he's definitely got a comm link on him. Very easy to take that away from him. Beyond that, he's got a couple of cred sticks, probably about 50 credits worth directly on him, and also some coupons for Sparbies.
Well, I'm taking those. Put them right into my fanny pack.
We should get Froyo after this.
Yeah, we got those coupons.
Yeah. All right, slicing it.
All right, I'll provide my skilled assistance to lend you my characteristic dice, as my character is using one brain to start like rambling about how like Amseth Natet could not possibly be involved because of how vapid and insipid that woman was, and then like the other brain.
It wasn't. It's not Amseth. It's Amseth's husband.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that she was being labeled as the head scientist. That's why my character started laughing. So that's cleared up as a misunderstanding right quick. Oh, it's her husband. Okay.
All right. So what am I rolling here, Smug?
All right, so you could try to get into his computer. It is going to be 3 purple and 1 red. Let me just flip that.
I'll assist with a sweet boost about. I mean, how do I handle the boost? I'll give a boost somehow with my own computer knowledge of his bad file structure, and he's probably got poor security if you click the link on Twitter anyway, or Spoogle.
Fat32? Seriously?
Jason's seen like a lot of this like dark web like type of like hack-and-eye like security.
All right, you said 3 purple, 1 red, Smug?
Yes.
All right, so I get 3 green because of Dr. Vec, and a boosty from Jason. Is that right?
Yeah. Sounds right.
Okay.
I'm excited. That
All right,
seems
so 3
like
successes and 3 advantages. You guys can decide what the advantages are, but the encryption on the machine, because he didn't leave himself logged in. As soon as he got up and went to the door, he logged himself out. It is very, very difficult, but through the combined effort, you guys are able to get past his security systems. Even like one starts to trigger, but you guys are very quickly able to abort its process, and you find yourselves inside of his machine.
As for the advantages, it's possible, considering the voiceless diatham network, that perhaps Jagdon or whatever might have files on his machine that even he's not supposed to go looking through. They might be keeping tabs on him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so with this, either like whatever alarm switch on the consoles may have been circumvented. Who knows? Like, we might leave him here, and then he's like, "Haha! I shall now wiggle my body over and press the secret alarm button." So, one possible suggestion would be that if there is a means through which they would discover the information we're about to mine, that they don't get to know that.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right.
Unless someone might have a better suggestion.
No, that sounds good to me. All right, what do we learn, Smug?
So let's see. You guys are kind of seeing what he's got on his machine.
Yeah.
All right. There's a whole lot of it you guys don't want to go looking at. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, he was aware. Watcher was aware of that. Totally.
Yeah. So now, with regards to what is there regarding his affiliation with the voiceless diatham, now that information is a little more pertinent, particularly considering what else is on his drives. It is a lot of the outcome of the correspondence with the I forgot his name, the first mate that you guys killed way back when. Now this guy Jagdon was the
Helen Milia.
Yeah, that's it. So he was the contact to that guy. He was the two of them were communicating to coordinate what was going to be picked up, what the voiceless diatham needed next. It has been one animal after the next. They are gradually getting bigger, and the Rancor was the latest in the line of live animals that they needed. So it started very small, went past Nerf, then went to nothing, and then came back Jesus, and then came back around to them needing the Rancor for what they are labeling as their last experiment before they proceed with their plan. Now there is communications to Netet, Brew Netet, who apparently is not always on the station you guys are able to discern. He frequently travels from their main base over here to Quen Station in order to obtain the animals and check them before they are moved on to the final destination. And based off of the timestamps on the information, it is highly likely that Netet is on Quinn right now.
Dun dun dun.
Indeed.
Wait,
And there's
didn't he
even-
already tell us that?
Well, yeah, but
It's a good confirmation.
yeah, further
Confirmed
confirmation.
now.
That's right. In fact, there is like an IM client open to Natet, and the last message is from Natet asking about dinner.
Oh dear.
Oh.
I'm thinking Sparbies.
And that is where we'll end the session.
Okay.
because we're not gonna
Ah.
go around to end on the that.
Yeah, that's a good end joke. Well, thanks for listening, folks, and we will see you next time. Thank you to all the players for joining me, and to Smug for running.
Indeed.
Indeed, thank you all.
Until the next time, all the best.